Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be sharing with you palettes that you will actually use. I went through my collection and picked out some high-end and some drugstore palettes that you will actually use. They won't just sit in your vanity, you will get use out of them. And I'll also share a tip with you when buying very high-end palettes, how to get the most bang for your bucks. So let's start with high-end palettes. So the first one is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam Palette. This is a really great palette that is warm toned. It's really good for beginners because you have a lot of lighter shades, which tend to be easier to work with than darker shades like the black, this really dark color here and here. You get to play around with all of these shades, really blend things out, gives you really pretty soft glam looks. You have really great metallics in here of golds. You've got a rose pink, a darker shimmer like this that's like a pinky bronze. I just think this has it all. You've got transition shades, things to deepen things up. This is just such a great palette. Love it. Super easy to reach for, and I like traveling with this one because I can just get really great glam looks out of it. Next up is the Original Nude palette by Huda Beauty. I say original because now they have like the Naughty Nude, and I think they might have one other. But if you are into rose tones, this one is for you. You can create any kind of rose toned look you will ever need. The one thing that's really great about this is it has a couple different formulas for shimmer. You have straight up glitter like this one that you would press on with a glitter glue, and then you have these opalescent type shades right down there. These are such a great formula. They are freaking metallic gorgeousness. I mean, look at those. I think for a rose tone palette, this brings it completely, and I think it is worth the money. Okay, next palette I'm going to share with you is where the tip comes in. I always wanted a Anastasia Denona eyeshadow palette, but I wasn't sure which one would suit me the best because they're all so gorgeous. So what I did was I actually made a spreadsheet. I counted how many shades are in each eyeshadow palette, the price of it, and then how many shades actually speak to me. Like, how many shades would I be able to reach for on a daily basis? And the Star palette was the winner for me because it does have a ton of neutral shades where I can get an everyday look for work, which before COVID was when I usually wore the most makeup. And then you have some really pretty pops of colors. So this is just what worked for me. Everybody is different. I mean, there's some people that like love to wear blue eyeshadow all the time. So you'd probably want to pick a palette that has more blue eyeshadows and more complementary colors for blue eyeshadows. This is what just suited me the most. I think I was at like, I would be able to use 75% of this on a daily basis. So that's why I got this one. When you're talking about a palette that's going to be $130, you're gonna wanna make sure that you get the most out of it, really get that bang for your buck and be able to use a ton of the product instead of just impulse buying and using like 3 shades out of the eyeshadow palette. For me, that's just too expensive to be able to do that. Obviously, everybody's different, but if you're in the same boat as me as you really want this luxury item, I would do what I did and pick out what you will use the absolute most using math. Totally worked out. We are on to more affordable options, and they're all Colourpop, which, you know, I dogged on Colourpop my last video or the video before. The reason that I have issues with Colourpop is because recently they've been coming out with palettes that look super similar to each other. When they come out with limited edition collections like the Baby Yoda palette that they just came out with, which is so cool and unique, the Raw Beauty Christie palette that they're doing, like a lot of their collaborations I think are super unique, but when they come out with some palettes by themselves, it seems to be a little repetitive. They put out like 2 different desert palettes back to back and they looked so similar in my opinion, but all of that doesn't change the fact that they have some really great staple palettes that you will use every day if you decide to get one of these. So I have 2 more neutral palettes and then 2 companion palettes for them. So let's do Bare Necessities first. This is so good. It's a really great starter palette. If you don't want to get the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, I would go for this. It does have a little bit more of a rosy vibe than the Jaclyn Hill Morphe one, but I know people are really sick of that, so bringing this in here instead. It's getting kind of blown out. You can kind of see it better there. You have rows and rows and rows of neutral tones, but they kind of range from cool tone to warm tones. Like, you have this peachy color, but then this color right here, which is getting blown out. It's more of like a gray taupe color. Love that. They have a ton of shimmers in here. So great. Lots of different formulas. They have the shimmer. They have more like a sequin formula right there. Really great palette, really great quality. I think it's only $34 and you get a ton of product in there. And then this guy I love so much. He is small but dangerous, really packs a punch. This is the Going Coconuts palette by Colourpop. Really getting blown out. So sorry about that. As you can see, neutrals on neutrals, but in like a little bite size compared to this. This is just so freaking perfect. Has everything that I need. It has a nice little brow bone color. Really great transition shades right here. Some really, oh no, I'm running out of fingers, dark colors, and then a row of shimmers where you get a nice frosty color, a rose gold color, and a bronze color. I mean, this to me has it all for a everyday neutral look, and it can be super light and pretty, or it could be really smoky. Can give kind of a cool toned look to it or super warm tone look to it, only in 9 eyeshadows. This is so good. It just creates gorgeous looks. The shimmers are on point. And then I have 2 companion palettes to this if you want some color in your life, and it's these 2 guys right here, the In a Trance and Aura and Out. And I picked these 2 out of the collection of 3 because there is a pink palette. You really would only need these 2 because you're getting most of the rainbow. So in here you have, God, I'm so sorry about it getting blown out. You have an orange, a yellow, this is a pure white. Then you have these greens, and then you have these blue and teal type mint colors. And then in this one, In a Trance, you have these really pinky purple colors. These purple colors in here, and then more blue tones right here. So you're getting orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and some nice, fun, flaky shimmer colors in here as well. So I think these are a great companion to the Going Coconuts palette. Let me hold all 3 of these up. Doesn't that just look so nice? If you could actually see the colors, like, yes, I like that. So those are all of the palettes. I was very picky about these because I do have a ton of neutral palettes, but these are actually ones that I think about a lot and that I do reach for and enjoy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you later, guys. Bye.